mindset is a comedy routine from my point of view, because mindset without action is delusion.
John, did you tell JJ that we were drag racing people in the convertible in Scottsdale? Did you tell him?
I left that part out.
An
I can think of
incredible
nothing
win-win.
more stressful than a son working with his father.
What were your biggest takeaways from today?
Having specific tasks with specific deadlines, outlining the processes that have most impact on the future of this practice.
What drives you to do what you do?
Really enjoy serving people and helping them get what they want for themselves in the time frame that meets their expectations.
What we do is help successful families live the life they want to live. So they're really good at what they do, but want help to plan towards retirement, whether it's college funding, if they have young kids, just the things that they don't want to think about because they're too busy enjoying their life and the life they're wanting to live. To help or we can help in those other areas that they can continue enjoying and creating a life they desire.
Good.
So JJ and I have been working together. It seems like JJ forever, but it's only about 10 years. Is that correct?
That is correct. Just over 10 years.
So I hold a special place for father-son relationships in business. My own experience was kind of unique. I was part of my family business for 11 years. I understand the challenges and opportunities there, and it can incredibly be an
I can think of
win-win.
nothing more stressful than a son working with his father.
You do well, he does well, your combined families do well. Like, it's pretty amazing when it works well. So this is a framework that I've been working with for me and for the two of you to get aligned quickly on what is the next area to achieve the results you want of all the things you can do. I'll leave assets under management as the primary. If I was to list the types of processes, the types of work that your firm does, or that impacts the assets under management, and we need to define these terms. But generally speaking, there's some kind of marketing process. Now, for you, it may all be word of mouth. There's ideally, this kind of falls under marketing, but I wanted to highlight it because it's a huge opportunity in your industry. There's a referral process. There is a sales process. So when someone goes on your website, downloads a tool, gets your book, does something, whatever that process is, to go from, hi, I saw your thing, to, hey, you're a client, whatever magic happens there, we'll call that the sales process. What am I missing here? What should I change? And we'll dive a little deeper. I like to put these in the order almost like of a funnel. People hear about you through your networking, your social media, they hear about you. Maybe they refer you. Let's be honest and do an assessment on ourselves.
Yeah.
And the question is, how well are we leveraging these different categories in terms of how it's driving our assets under management? So there are some components of marketing that I don't know if it exists for you all. There's some qualitative things that we could just consider, like, do you have a CRM? Is it automated? Do you have drip campaigns? Because those are all things that also feed into your social media and your networking. Give me some judgment here. What do you think? Are you like you already have something in place? Are you like maybe a 4, a 5?
I might go a 5.
Okay.
I'd go 5 max on that. That's what I was thinking. Gonna say even before John spoke.
Let's talk referral process. You may have this in place. The 10 state is an intentional, repeatable process whereby you are proactively at different touch points of delight, asking people and getting qualified referrals. It's not just because you do such a good job that they refer you organically, which is great, but is there a process behind it? This is probably the most impactful question. And since you can't focus on everything, the question is, if you had a magic wand and you could improve one of these, which one would have the biggest impact when you improve it towards that 10th state on your assets under management, and why? So JJ, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts would be the referral, or actually converting networking into clients.
I agree.
Let's get some very specific actions with owners between the two of you of who will do what by when to start to improve those top 3.
By next Tuesday, JJ, I'll have an outline written. It's great to have a script. It's great to have a hammer. It's even better to have the hammer in your hand when you're actually trying to put a nail in something.
What were your biggest takeaways from today?
Having specific tasks with specific deadlines, outlining the processes that have most impact on the future of this practice. and then tagging a particular numerical goal, how many assets you need to get where you want to go from, gee, I'm not sure I'm going to do this anymore. The fact that everybody's electric bill has doubled in the last, it seems like, year, all kidding aside. So I found that great. And having nice, clear diagrams and rating each one of how you're doing is a great variation to the wheel that we've all filled out over time in terms of to keep that wheel rolling down the hill properly, as opposed to looking like something you just got out of a junkyard.
The collaborative approach, because some of those things that I agree with what you said as well, but then the collaborative approach, because you rewind, I don't know, 8 years ago when I was admin only in these conversations, one, I wouldn't have had the understanding, but two, it was very much, it wasn't collaborative. So it's just kind of like, this is what we do it. This is the only way we're going to do it. And it wasn't always necessarily the right fit, but I didn't know how to necessarily tweak it to fit like the way my style. So then it didn't always work as well. So being able to actually both say, okay, you know what, that's the strength. This is how it can work together. And when we get these pieces, then we can put videos, we can put other steps, the implementation side, no problem with that.
Dude, I know you just take this stuff for granted in terms of your expertise, and I'm so complimentary, but that's not true at all. I've talked to dozens of consultants over the years, and I spent 20 years in industry before doing this, and talked to high-level consultants also that work with major corporations and a couple of highfalutin law firms. What you do is very systematic and very easy to understand. And JJ, let me underscore this. Understanding what's been said to you and I is great. Actually taking action on it. I know everybody and their dog likes to talk about mindset. Mindset is a comedy routine from my point of view, because mindset without action is delusion.
I do love taking the opportunity to pray for people. So is there anything specific I could pray for you today, Ali, and we can sign off so you can actually finish by 5 instead of dragging on beyond?
I am very blessed, so pray for my family to continue to be healthy and blessed.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, I will do that.